Oops, I forgot to put myself on screen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okie grower, can you see on my board behind me? Can you see? I haven't forgot about you. And yes, Okie grower, I was a young man once. That was only 13 years ago. Damn. It happens fast. It happens fast. What's going on? As usual, I don't have anything planned. You get what you pay for. Yes. What's going on? How are we doing? Any questions, comments? Oh, excuse me for 1 minute. I'll be back shortly. And I'm back again. And I forgot my candy. I need my candy for the show. Bud's good to see you. You're reliable, Buds. You're absolutely reliable. Let me invite you. Maybe we'll do a short show tonight. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Do I have anything to complain about? I'm sure I do. Because I'm good at that, right? I'm good at complaining. Updates on my new product is I talked to my partner, and he did say he's waiting on for some of the inputs to come in. So I guess we're going to be working with some new stuff. I don't know, but that's where that is. Way behind where I wish it was at this point. It is what it is. And actually, who was it? Kes said he had a guest for me. Kind of forgot to hook up about that. Sounds like I might be getting a good guest coming on the show here. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We need some kind of content. Let's see. I guess I can that's right. Treat myself to a little chocolate drink never hurt anybody, did it? Well, I don't know. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What kind of questions you got that I won't be able to answer? We'll just go through the motion anyways. How about that? Okay, when's that show? Is it next week? We got to get you some samples by next weekend? Because today we started summer, didn't we? I noticed the tourists in town. I noticed the campers along the beach. They're going to start coming in again for 3 months or so. I'm not complaining. Will you start getting a little more traffic? And that kind of thing. Well, what's going on? Come on now. I need some help. I need a little help here. Do I have any stories? I told you about my mix. Waiting for some of the inputs, I guess. Hey, Dad, not me. It's not me either. That's not me. What you got for me? Any gossip out there? Any tangents you want to go on to? I don't even care anymore. Unless, I don't know. I'm up for anything. Except I'm not good at them. Come on now. Come on, Buds. What's going on, Buds? What you working on? Buds, what? Oh, here we go. We got somebody. If I gotta see the face, there's the face. Okay, we can do this. We'll do this. We will do this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We have a show. All of a sudden, we have a show. Welcome.
Yo, yo.
What's up, man?
So, Pat, for historical reasons,
Yes.
I need to know an answer. I've been wanting to know for years. Everybody asks me. I tell them I don't fucking know.
I think I know
Why
the
did you
question.
rename? Why did you rename Vortex? Vortex Seeds. Why would you rename it?
That's a tough question, but that's a good hard hitting question. I guess you want me to tell you?
I want to know. Was it just the stunning factor? There has to be more to it than that. Than just you know.
Oh, wow. That's it. I don't have okay. I'll give you my best answer. Is I started following Subcool pretty real early. And I have one of his books. He's actually autographed it. I forgot the name, and I think they don't even produce it anymore.
It's called the Dank.
Yeah, I think the Dank. And in that book, if you read his book, when he talks about, and I got it from him, and I forgot the name. He said he got a bag of bag seeds. It's called, and it had a name, but it had. There was a lot of phenotypes, and he named one of them. I think it was Space Queen or one of those, you know. And so he kind of. I'm not going to blame it. It was a dumb move. Number one,
Hey, okay,
I wish I wouldn't have.
you got some bad feedback coming back, Okie.
Okay. So, anyways, I kind of, when I was reading his book, he talked about having, I think it was an Alaska strain. I should go out and get the book and read the paragraph, but he talks about taking one of the phenotypes and naming it. And I don't know if it was Space Queen but it was one of those real early solid strains that he had. It might even been Vortex. I'm not sure. But, anyways, so I thought there was permission. I thought there was some kind of permission that if you had a different phenotype, which was wrong. I was 100% wrong on that. And but when I won the prize and I stood up there and they announced it as GP, right, to everyone's clapping or whatever, the first thing I did say, I said, this is Vortex from TGA Seeds, because I understood the ramifications of winning a prize with that. And I completely understood that. I wanted him to get credit for it. So I didn't try, say to my credit, I didn't try saying it was my strain, or I said it right then and there. I said, this is Vortex by TGA Seeds. It's just a phenotype of it. And there were a lot of phenotypes of Vortex, by the way, when I was doing it. That is the reason. It's not a good reason. And that's a good question.
No, it doesn't have to be. It's good to hear why. I just always wondered why. Because
that's I just did.
Because the rumor is that before, I mean, you clarified it already when I came on my show, but the rumor prior was you'd had a cut of Vortex before it was released. And you named it because you didn't want people to know what you had, or you didn't want to reveal where you got it from. But no, it was nothing mysterious.
No, it was nothing like that.
Seeds.
Got the pack of seeds from Blue Sky Cafe in Oakland. I bought the pack of seeds. I think it was $40 or $50. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's good to know.
So
and then the next
that
thing
was it. Yes, sir.
The next thing I'm going to ask you has nothing to do with this. That's a different topic. Is this new product? What the heck is it, and where is
it? We call it vaporware in the business because right now it's vapor. I've been talking to my partner about it. He seems kind of excited. When I asked him when's the ETA on getting it, he said, well, he's waiting for some of the inputs to come in. So I'm not, at this point, it's a bit of a mystery to me. I will, as soon as I find out, I'll start letting you do it. I mean, I'm not going to hide anything. It's going to be probably a chicken guano-based fertilizer instead of bat guano-based. That's all. And we're going to try to keep it real domestic. And I think he'll know what to do with it. Between the both of us, we shouldn't mess it up too bad. But we just want to make a basic. It's going to be that's a great question. There's going to be, as far as I know, my input is that it's going to have various sizes of different things. So we'll have different release periods. Like there's different pellet sizes that are going to be in the chicken guano thing. So yes, I think we're going to have some fast release and slow release in there is what I'm hoping for. I'll let you know. So, in fact, if you want to try it, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
I hate talking about stuff that doesn't happen, but I am waiting on it.
So-
It might be a little late
Is
this
the-
year.
Is the idea
Like the
that-
moon landing.
Right?
Is the idea that the stuff is still to mix it with like a 2 cubic foot? Of some
I hope
soil?
We'll have to figure it out, but typically that's about what the dilution rates are. But no, we'll have to kind of figure it out once I get it in hand. We'll have a starting point, but hopefully when we get the testing done, we'll try it at different strengths. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
So you'll have a product that you'll come in with a
How's it going, bud?
Cocoa or whatever.
What
and then
up?
it's immediately available. You can use it today.
Man, your garden's looking awesome, brother.
I hope so. Sorry, Floor Nugs, for it, but yes, I hope that's what it'll be. Very
Yeah,
similar.
no bullshit, man.
Ocean
I
Bounty.
can't hear Flora Nugs.
I can't either, man. I can't. It's like I got my headphones turned all the way up.
I hear him
I
a
thought
little.
it was
It is coming in and out a little bit, but I can hear him.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear.
I need another bluff chaser.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the microphone next thing on the list here.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you. That.
Yeah, that's better. Hell yeah.
I got to move in so I can hear better.
So, Cass, do we get a guest tonight, or is that next time?
Okie?
Yes, sir.
I'm hoping he's going to pop in. I'm hoping
Oh,
he's going to
Seth.
pop in here tonight. And well, we'll see. He's got the link or the show and everything. But this guy is really interesting. His name's Chris Porter. He's doing some really cool stuff with RSO, and I keep hearing some feedback somewhere. But yeah, he was talking about some stuff that I didn't know. And I told him, I said, dude, we would love to have you on the show. Tell us what you got going on, what this process is, and give us some info on how to make it. And he deals with a lot of real medical cancer patients, and he's a processor out here. So hopefully he'll show up, and we'll get some good info tonight.
I don't know what's going on, Run Boy, but it won't let me show that last thing you put up. I keep hitting the show button, but it's not doing it. So I don't know. It
Well,
says
Run Boy-
Flora Nugs audio is ass. And it won't show that comment, but it's on my phone and I can't unhide it. It won't work. YouTube trickery.
Yes, YouTube. Not a big fan. Here, I'm gonna bitch. I'm gonna bitch a little bit. I just need to. Yesterday, I get a phone call from a guy. I don't know if I can blame him. He might be watching, so I better not blame him too much. But he ordered 25 pounds of happy endings from Amazon, which, first of all, it's a miracle you can even order from Amazon. They bury it so deeply. But when I get an order, I just print shipping label. I just push a button that says print the shipping label. I don't put in any address or anything. And I'll be damned if he didn't call and make a report to Amazon. His package didn't get delivered. Well, it got delivered, but to a wrong address. The guy called me up, raising hell. And man, it kills me. It killed that thing. That I don't know why, but it sets me off when people don't put in right addresses. And I don't know how much. I can't tell you how much time and money I waste with wrong addresses. And it's one of the worst things for me. And that happened Friday, and it really kind of ruined my day. But I got him the stuff out. I just immediately sent it to him. But he's go, type in a fucking address correctly. That's all I'm asking.
That's
Hey,
weird.
I'll
And usually
tell-
the address is verified through Amazon, that's weird.
No, that's the first time that's happened because Amazon, it's one of those things I'm thinking that might have happened was, you know how if you order from Amazon, you have different addresses you send to.
Yeah.
I think maybe that must have got checked or something. I don't know, but I don't think the guy's going to leave me a good review.
Well, here's another thing too. When we first moved to where we're at, Amazon couldn't find us. I couldn't order anything off of Amazon, so I had to go to Google, put in my address, do a whole thing where I am verifying that this is my address, just so that it would update for Google, so that Amazon could ship me something.
No, and I don't think people understand that how automated things are, and they know. Yeah, I don't know how many new housing tracks come in, new addresses come in all the time, but if a shipping program does not recognize the address, I cannot buy a shipping label. You know, it's not like the old days. But yeah, it's all in a database. Big Brother's watching us.
Yeah, that'll happen. It happens to me at the post office. I'll go in to mail a package and they'll tell me that the address don't exist. So I just go, okay, I'm not sending it. I'll have to re-verify. But yeah, that happens.
No, I know. It's very frustrating, especially in our line of work. People, especially in the early days, I don't know, they were so worried about getting caught or something that they put in their neighbor's address, or they did this, or they did, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But just give me a fucking address. They know it. They know it in the database. They need a real address.
It's only fertilizer.
Yeah. People are a little scared. That's for sure. I don't care. You know, I can't blame them, but give me your address if you want me to send you
I grow
something.
all my tomatoes with green bicycles, and I've never had an incident, you know, with anybody bothering me with my tomatoes.
Is that Floor Nug's real background, or is that a green screen? I like those colors he's got going on there.
That's a green screen he's got going. Pretty cool one too.
Looks homey. Looks homely like me.
Yeah.
So are the sales finally picking up, Pat?
No, it's not. It's not zero, but it's unsustainable. That is a fact. Just the harsh realities. I won't sugarcoat it.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't want to complain. I'm beginning to think I'm a complaining channel because I fucking complain. I like to complain. Have you noticed?
Well, sometimes you just got to get something off your chest, you know?
Yeah, I guess this is my weekly social. I guess you guys are my therapist. Thank you. You're not getting paid. Sorry, none of you are going to get paid, but you allow me to speak to get rid of my junk.
We get paid in karma.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And nutrient. This run that I've got going on right now is 100. Well, I say it's 100% green bicycles. I screwed up and I ran out of green bicycles happy ending compost tea. So when the first feeding these plants got was with Green Planet, and somebody made a comment on a video and said, "Hey, that's some synthetic stuff, right?" And I was like, then I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, I don't know if that's going to jive with my compost teas. So since then, all I've used is that right there.
There you go.
100%, and they bounce back. All I use is that and RO water, honestly. I did get a new pump, though, man. It works pretty badass. Got 5, 6 little hoses.
Got a little manifold?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could probably get 3 or 4 buckets going at one time. These things, they pump it out pretty good.
What kind of
$30 on Amazon.
What kind of fittings do you use to connect your tubing?
Everything came included with this. This is just one solid manifold. Got 6 little valves here. You can cut them on and off.
Yeah, that's how the one I got has that big manifold.
Yeah, it's actually
Oh, that's a little pump though. Mine's like a lawnmower engine. Damn thing's loud as hell.
Dude,
It's like 45 watts.
25 watts.
How many?
25 watts.
Yeah, I was going to say I looked up
25.
that's very
Yeah,
small.
that's small.
You know what I did? I got a trick little setup where all my fittings are there. I can't think there's some
Oh,
kind
that
of
ain't too bad. Yeah, it's
they're
got the
little
little.
locking fittings for the tubes so they can just push them in and out instead of the barbs. They're actually really trick. They're on every section. So I'll have to show you those one of these days. I got a bunch extra. I had to send those out for prizes too. But yeah, it's
Have you
actually
thought about
really good,
doing
cool way to plumb up your T setup with these like quick release fittings is what they are.
Have you thought of doing anything with the Ocean Bounty or your other product and making them different size pallets and stuff?
Oh, I really, it's kind of no, no. It's a little bit difficult to change. What we changed one time with Happy Endings, we went from a non-micronized, I think, fishbone meal to micronized fishbone meal. And a lot of people thought that it was a different product. It was just the texture was different. So sometimes you got to be a little careful because people you got to let them know somehow that the product's changing. But no, we don't have any plans to change Ocean Bounty.
What about
we would,
have you thought
we would
about
like to sell
creating a
some.
product to compete with Grow Dots ever?
With who?
With the Grow Dots?
What I don't know about grow dots.
You don't know about Grow Dots?
Grow
Oh, you know about
Dots.
Scotty Real.
Yeah, Scotty Real from the Dudes Grow Show put together a time released organic kind of nutrient in it, and I hear it works pretty good.
Grow
Well,
dots.
you know, here the wrench in that is, and I don't know what's happening, but last week I did do a run. I did a run down to Humboldt, went down to Garberville. I did that Monday, I guess. Went to a bunch of stores, and they say everybody wants fucking what's the name of that salt? There's one I
Athena?
can't think of it. Athena, I think it's Athena. He goes, that's all everyone buys is Athena because it's like okay.
You know why
I
they
could
buy
make
Athena?
a.
No,
I
no,
could
no.
what?
You know why they
Why?
buy Athena? Because when you mix basically it's a 3-part powder. They have a liquid line, but they buy the 3-part powder.
That's what I thought, Billy
And when you
Bugs.
mix it, when you buy it at commercial scale and you mix it, you're talking in between. You're talking about 12 cents a gallon, maybe even less.
No,
if you buy it in bulk.
no. Salts are. That's what they're less than a penny a gallon to make. Absolutely less than a penny a gallon to make salt fertilizers. Or, like I said, a guy in a lab coat can make a million pounds of salts in a shift, where it takes for 1,000,000 pounds of organic inputs, it's thousands and thousands of people and tractors and diesel and fields and all kind of shit that goes into organic.
Yeah, but that's
products.
what they're buying it on. It's really cheap.
No.
It's clean. It doesn't have
No,
any dyes.
that's right.
And,
That's why. That's exactly why. Yes, it's hard. It's hard, to compete against that. And I don't know. Maybe I'm in a fool's errand. Okay, well, if it's if it's repackaged Miracle Grow, I don't think it's organic.
Not
I
organic.
should look into
Don't
it.
look organic.
Who does it? Who's the one person who makes it?
That grow show, 2 guys.
The Dudes Grow Show.
Yeah,
It's
they're-
Scotty Real.
Scotty.
And is,
yeah,
and is he selling it and he's making money?
Yeah.
How
I
much?
guess wasn't it in Canada first, and then now it's down here. I don't.
Yeah, so he has Grow Dots and Recharge. His Recharge, I think, sells better than the Grow Dots.
Yeah, that's how I heard about him with that recharge stuff. That's when I used to watch his show.
There's the elephant in the room right there. The Athena. That's what everyone's buying. Whatever they're doing another one too is Mills. Mills pays the bills. That whatever that slogan seemed to work, but Mills has taken off a little. They took off a few years ago, but now they say people want Athena. That's all they want.
Yeah, we run Athena up at the Grove where I'm at right now. And we're doing pretty good. I mean, we put out on one strain, we put out 2.2 pounds of light with it. And it was Pop Tarts, and that put out 22% THC with 2.2 on the terps, and then we also had Kush Mints, the Michigan cut, and that tested at 32% THC and 2.8 on the terps.
Now is that
And that's running
Athena?
Athena.
Is that organic too? There?
No, none of that shit's
No,
organic.
no.
Tell me the salts in there. What is the salt in that one? The
Oh, it's
001.
bottle stuff.
What's the
Well,
actual-
so there's different lines, and what we buy comes in a bag, and it looks like granulated salt. You have a part A and a part B, and you mix it into the
It is a granulated salt. It's exactly what
calcium
it is.
nitrate.
For the liquid.
So what was Grower in that 001 that stack stuff you put up? What do they say is in it? I'm curious. Help me out here.
Big words.
there's going to be a potassium something or other in there, right? Okay.
You're muted, Okie.
Billy Buds, yes, and actually we have dry amino acid powders in our tea. Yes, we do. I love them. They're actually very difficult to deal with by themselves because they're so hygroscopic. You need to buffer them with something like a powder of some kind. Otherwise, they just turn to a hard rock. And our diatomaceous earth and the fishbone meal kind of buffers it so it doesn't turn to a hard rock in our powder. But yeah, dry amino acid powders are very interesting. So also, humic acid, fulvic acid is a real interesting powder. Also, that's another one that's hard to work with. But yes, we do. Thank you, Billy Buds. And there are some organic salts. I don't want to lie. There are some organic salts. Epsom salt is organic salt.
Yeah.
What's the other one someone mentioned last week? Leonardite? No, that's
They sell organic water up there.
We sell organic water here.
And ain't showing shit. Is it showing on the screen? Okay, yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you. I was hoping you like. I hope people like it. Yeah, and I know I mentioned last week, but if you weren't here to hear it last week, I got a call from Florida, and somebody uses green bices exclusively, and they got the highest THC award for their cannabis. So
Nice.
I think I mentioned that last week, but I don't think it hurts to mention that. It actually green bicycles, and it's won actually
So
many
can you put
awards.
Cup winning
What's
nutrients on your you put little cup winning nutrients
I don't-
on your fucking packaging.
I don't know.
At the bottom of the phone. What the hell?
I don't know. That might be a good idea. I don't know.
What the hell?
Vance used to do that back
Oh,
in the day.
man, I'm a smartphone.
Advanced nutrients.
I'm on a smartphone. Okay, how come it's not showing on there? How come this don't show?
How do you
I think that'd be kind of cool. And put his cup winning nutrients.
how do you repair the dashboard?
You know, anything to help with marketing is good, right?
Yeah, marketing is my weak spot, for sure. But yeah, I don't need to dwell on that too long. But cheers.
What are you drinking? Is that Yahoo?
Anybody? El Chupa.
Has El Chupa been here before? I think he
Oh
might
yeah.
have. Yeah.
He's the guy that grew that 13-foot strawberry glue last summer outside and right over by, in my neighborhood.
Well, you
Giant.
got a better memory than I do. Welcome, El Chupa.
Well, he's one of my friends in real life.
Okay. So he knows how to get a hold. So if I talk El Chupo, give me his address. I need to reach out and touch buds, if you know what I'm saying.
Get out of here, man. Don't do it, El Chupa. People put hit out on me on this interwebs already.
Yeah, Buds hangs with a dangerous crowd.
I got a green light, man. Oh, I'm shaking.
Buds hangs out with a dangerous crew.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I seen this little troll in there the other day that I recognized.
That little troll popped in, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
But what did he? The little troll didn't do anything bad.
No.
So the little troll might pop up one of these days online. The little troll needs to get some things off his little troll chest.
There you go.
That's right. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I actually have a puppet channel where I'm a puppet with a different voice.
Very funny one though. How you doing, Ann?
What?
Hello,
You have a
Ann
puppet
Short.
channel? Interesting.
What do you use for mulch, buds? Got a question for you.
I really don't use mulch. Yeah, I don't. I've never used mulch.
I don't want to hear the bad news part. Go ahead. Let's hear the bad news part. I don't want to hear the good news. I want to hear the bad news part.
Hey, Buds, do you grow outside at all?
No. El Chupa does.
I'm
but I don't have the space that's hidden. You have to kind of live out in the country that's kind of with a big fence and hidden. So I can't do it, but El Chupa does, and he's about a half hour from me, and he does great outside here in Illinois.
I'm getting ready to take some of those 350 gallon IBC totes and cut them in half. So I got 2 flower pots, and I'll have 1 plant in each pot. And that's what I'm running with this year. And I'll have my chain link fence back up around it again. But yeah, here in about a week, I'll be putting them outside. I got to go get a truckload of compost and get it loaded up with the green bicycles and get it cooking. Or Ocean Bounty. I'm so sorry, Ocean Bounty. Yeah,
Hey,
it's getting ready to take off this year. Yes, sir.
What? You didn't
Hey,
accept
man,
What the hell, El Chupa?
Imperious Expo is next weekend in Oklahoma City. Tickets are free. Spread the word. Man, I'd love to see you guys.
What is it?
Imperious Cannabis Expo in Oklahoma City, the convention center next weekend. It's next
You know
Friday,
what?
next Saturday.
So since before the last Cowboy Cup, I kind of, I'm not, I don't really want to do all the hype kind of stuff anymore, like going to these cup events and the expos are cool if you're looking for new equipment for your grow or something like that. The grow that I'm at now, I am so freaking busy there, but they're going to be at Terp Float, so I will be up there. That's more of a vacation for me than anything. But Terp Float, I'll be up there. But next weekend I start buying goats. It'll be the first Saturday of the month. So next weekend I won't be on here. I may, because I'll be right down the road here in Hobart, and their auction is at noon. So I may be here that evening unless I go somewhere else and grab more. But I should be able to grab 50 to 100 goats right down the road here. But if not, I have to go somewhere else and grab more. But yeah, it's
Hey Patrick,
Yes, sir.
man, I don't know if you know who else going to be at Imperious next weekend, but next Saturday, 1 week from right now, it's 8:33 in Oklahoma. Man, I could have Jinx Proof. Dude, I might fuck around and be smoking weed with Ed Rosenthal right now next week. You know what I'm saying?
I met Ed. I know he wouldn't know who I was, but I know Ed. I've met him a few times.
Ross Hill with B-Leaf Genetics is going to be there. We're having a breeders roundtable. I'm doing a fucking glass auction. We're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, February 23rd and 24th. We're doing it, baby.
Good for you. I'm gonna get. You know what? You are on my board, Okie. I got to get you. I want to get you some samples to pass out.
Man, I can't pass out your chalkboard, Patrick. I need you to hook a brother up. I've been told. Hey, matter of fact, I was given 2 Growers Republic 320 watt full spectrum LEDs. Man, I took one out of a box earlier just to make sure it worked all right. Dude, let me tell you about a bad motherfucker, though. These lights are the real shit.
Are they a BMF?
I got 2 of them to give it. I have 2 of them to give away.
You just got all
At
kinds of swag.
Imperius. Hey, but what I'm saying, man, is my boss for Imperius told me that he's going to give me booth space. He's going to give me a spot to hang a Growers Republic banner, to give these lights away, some dimmers. I'm going to give away the Yukon pillar, the badass little electric, man, it's an electric E-rig. You just
Man.
pop that off, drop your goodies down in there, magnetic, drop it on there, click some buttons, and get high as shit. So yeah, man, it's going to be big. Please hook a brother up. I need a damn banner, man. I mean, I don't know what a brother's got to do for a green bicycle banner.
Well,
If I got to go to a grocery shop
no, a green
and rush to
bicycle.
somebody,
What has to happen is we need to make a little money, and that's not freaking happening, dude. But yeah, I might have a banner. I might. I don't know if they're.
We have HTG Grow Supply coming. We got Jade Hydro. I don't know if you're in their shop yet. I talked to them. You're not in any shops here in Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, I need to get it. I don't know. So I'm
I
thinking.
might have got his last banner.
So
I didn't know that, Patrick.
I think it's banging. I don't know what banging. There's live fungi in there if it's banging. I can promise you that. I think Ann Short did it. I think this is a good. I just got to do this real quick.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
This is a immediate difference with your products. His gardens exploded so much so he did not feel comfortable not using it.
He stopped using the other stuff and only used green bicycles on both gardens.
So that's what I'm thinking. This is a good commercial. As a little recap, we had a side-by-side going. Mine did so much better than the other one that they stopped the other side and they just, I think that's what she's saying. If it's not, I'm going with that. That's what I'm going. That's how I interpret that.
That sounds good.
I like that.
Green bicycles is by far the easiest and most convenient to use. You mix it in some water, you turn the pump on, you come back a couple days later, you're good to go. You can dilute it.
No, it's foolproof.
I don't
pH. I don't parts per million. I don't do any of that bullshit. It's all fucking verbal masturbation, man. The plant don't give a shit. It just wants to pedal, man. It just wants to pedal.
God, I wish I had your spirit.
Outstanding, man.
I wish I had your ass up on the city next weekend. I'd show you. I'd pep you up. I'd give you the pep talk you need, Patrick. Put some pep in that step, and by God, we need to pedal this shit across country, man. We need this shit. We're legal in 40 states, y'all. We need to be pedaling on all of them. Come on.
I hope something happens next. I want to keep doing this. I do, but yeah. We're gonna try. It is a good product. Marketing is the issue. Marketing is the issue. Yes, fungi in the garden is a good thing. It's probably, I don't know if you can almost not have fungi in the garden.
Yeah.
Anyways, it didn't turn out to be too horrible of a show. Thank you guys for coming on up. What else? What else we got?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So the big show.
That moon landing.
What was that?
Let's talk about that moon landing, y'all. Who shot Kennedy?
I don't know, but we lost Patrick.
Damn it.
It's a
As soon as I mentioned,
I pushed the wrong
it's like as soon as I mention it, as soon as we start talking about conspiracies, he's out.
What now? Conspiracies? What?
Yeah, I start getting into my conspiracy theories.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Secret Service shut that shit down, I bet.
Well, there's one kind of one, just here, that seems, I guess it was from a few years ago in a Marine base in California at 29 Palms. They just released some videos of 50 Marines seen, it looks like a UFO. I don't know, but that seemed kind of interesting. To me, what it looked like though is a drone show. Have you ever seen drone shows? They're amazing, you know, and they got all these hundreds of drones that go up and do three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They have them on YouTube. You can watch them. They're pretty cool.
Well, that's what that looked like to me, but I don't know.
They're big in like Japan and China, those drone shows, you know. They do amazing stuff. Very cool.
Their drone technology is way more advanced than ours is. You guys remember Lieutenant Favor, the Navy pilot who said he saw the Tic Tac?
Yeah, David Favor.
Out there.
Yes.
Yeah. So he said that on the radar, it showed like 64 of them. They were all exactly 1 mile apart in a grid. Exactly one. So to me, as soon as I heard that, I thought of a Chinese air show, one of the drones and stuff. I think they were just military drones.
You know what? Do you know some of the things that kind of raised a little bit of red flag with me with David Favor? He was on. I think he was on the Joe Rogan show, if I'm not mistaken. And he was talking a lot about it. But he talked about, you know, even before any of the UFO stuff, he said he used to like to go into the desert, and he goes, the way they could fly their jets, like they would fly real low and then go straight up in the air. And he says, and he was saying, he made a comment.
Yeah.
He made a comment like, those people sure thought they were seeing UFOs when we did that. And, you know, so he has that in his brain, but I don't know.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Really?
So I went to high school in Enid, Oklahoma, and there's Vance Air Force Base there. I used to take all my girlfriends out to the runways at night, and we would watch them do touch and goes, is what they're called. You'd see them hit the afterburners. You can fucking hear a jet up in the sky. Like, there's no turning off the sound of a jet engine, you know, and then hitting the afterburners and freaking out campers. That's some bullshit. And plus, you're going to see that.
But did you hear
they don't
him
just
say that?
disappear.
Did you hear him say that, though?
No, well, he kind of insinuated that. He said that they would fly and then turn and then hit the afterburners, which would shoot a big long flame out of the back of the plane. You know.
Yeah. This is actually a good question and short. I don't think you can remove it with vitamin C. What you can remove it with, because most chlorinated water is from chloramine. It's not chlorine, because chlorine actually does dissipate and leave. You know, it does boil out of the water or evaporate. So they use chloramine, which is really stable, which is really chlorine and ammonia. It's a chlorine ammonia molecule. And you can buy a product. It's called Dechlor. It's at fish food place where you can, or fish stores where you just put a couple drops in your aquarium, and when it actually neutralizes it. It's called sodium. Oh, I can't think of the name right now. I'll think of it. I'm sure.
Well, the fish store and they'll know what you're talking about when you ask for it.
That does get rid. And actually, it leaves what it does leave behind is ammonia, which, if you think about it, that's not horrible. That's nitrogen. That's a nitrogen source for
that's
plants.
like P, right? Ammonia, P.
Yeah, ammonia is one of the forms of available nitrogen for plants.
So you can go to Walmart. You can go to Walmart and pick that up. It's called Fresh Start, and I think for 10 gallons you put 10 drops in or something like that. It's 1 drop a gallon or something like that.
The chemical is sodium thiosulfate. It's a white crystal, and you can buy like a pound of it for like $10 on Amazon, and a pound would literally make tens and tens of thousands of gallons of that stuff. So yeah, you can buy a little bottle for probably $10, or you can buy a pound of them to make it 1 billion gallons, but you probably only need the little bottle. But yes, good question and short. A lot of people think, they say, well, just leave the water out 24 hours and the chlorine goes. It's chlorine. If it's chlorine, that might work, or bubble it out, but it's not going to a chloramine. And here's another thing, though, about that. Hey, good to see you, Raptor Bro. Even with chlorinated water, biology will grow in your tea. You can still make a living tea because it overwhelms it. You know what I mean? It overwhelms you. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but I definitely would rather start with unchlorinated, because that's what it's there for, to kill the biology in your water. In a compost tea, you want biology in the water.
And
But
you can
anyway,
get the water report, from your local, water place. That they'll tell you what in the water, what they use, and what's in it. When it comes out your tap. So check with them, and then you'll know what do you
no,
got.
yeah.
Water.
So it's surprising there. I guess there are still places that use chlorine, but typically it's chloramine. I'm glad you saw that, and it's not. It's pretty stable by itself. So you got to kind of use something to break it apart. I don't vitamin C. I've also heard humic acid. I've heard both of those, but I don't know for sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, what else?
Okay, so if I were to put a 5-gallon bucket with 4 gallons of water in it, with a water stone pumping oxygen in it to dechlorinate my tap water, would that, if I did it in the same room as my plants, would that follow my plants?
That's a great question. If it was chlorine and you did it in your room, yes, the chlorine would leave the water and become vapor. You would, it would.
Right. Okay.
I don't think again. I don't think it's you would even smell it. You wouldn't even be able to smell it. It would be so weak. But yeah, that's exactly.
Check it out. Check it out, Okie. When you put your dog's water dish down there and you put water in it, after a couple days, you start seeing that white film right along the edge of the water line. That's all that chlorine and chloramine vaporizing out of the water.
And it could also be some
itself to the bowl.
It could be some of the minerals in the water too, because water always has a mineral in it.
Yeah,
it's either calcium or sodium,
mineral,
iron, a lot of shit in water. But yeah,
calcium.
Yeah. I've been using RO water. I was thinking about putting the tap water in my humidifier after I dechlorinated it, but I usually just set buckets of water outside or just use regular, RO water. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I have a nice little lake behind the house here, but I was using that water in the beginning, but then I ended up getting bugs because I can't filter it enough to get out the tiny larvae that ends up growing in my dirt, and I end up with, bugs. It's like, so I had to stop doing that.
I live on a well. I'm lucky.
There you go.
Yeah, you are.
But all my teeth fell out because there's enough fluoride in there. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know why they put fluoride in. It's
mixing.
I don't know if they should be doing that, to be honest with you. There's so many things that they start doing with, I'm going to rant about chemicals. Since the hundreds of thousands of chemicals that were never on Earth before World War II, and since the hundreds of thousands of things that life was never supposed to be exposed to, something's going wrong. Something's changing.
I'd say between the 50s and the 70s, we introduced more dangerous, crazy, toxic, deadly stuff to Earth than any other time in the 100 million years of Earth history.
No, we started pretty heavy after World War II but even I think the Korean War, if I'm not mistaken, DDT was considered a miracle drug, and they used to put it in drinks and bars. It would be like a splash of DDT in your bar, in your drink.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Wow.
No, thank you.
So, Patrick, you said you're on well water, right?
Yes, sir.
So, have you gotten your water? Have you got it read? How many parts per million? What's in it? And all that?
No, sir. And I know it changes throughout seasonal. And our well is only about 30 feet deep here. Isn't that crazy?
Right. I was asking because I didn't know how. Well, I guess this would be a good question. Have you ever gotten a reading between, like, when you're brewing a tea, say the difference between a well water, city water, RO water, what the parts per millions on them are?
That would be,
what is the dominant fungal species in there or whatnot? What lives through what kind of chlorines, chloramines, and
Oh, that's testing, man.
That's a lot of research. No, that would be really good and interesting. The thing about well water, even around town, within a mile or two here, some of the wells are real irony. I'm lucky mine isn't, but their clothes are stained in the dryer unless you go through a lot of processing to get rid of the iron. But and I know the pH changes throughout the year, I believe a little bit. So yeah, so the well water, but it would be interesting to actually do that and look at the different biologies. There's so many things that would be interesting to do.
I remember as a kid, my neighbor, people I used to hang out with, other friends, they were on a well, and their water always kind of smelled like rotten eggs or something, And it was that well. I don't know, is that sulfur or something? But it always had that smell in their house.
That would be sulfur, yes. But yeah, they vary. Some are radioactive and stuff. I don't know, but I'm lucky. I live in a good. My water seems to be pretty good. I don't know.
I thought my cousin's water. I thought my cousin's water smelled really bad till I found the meth lab in his bathtub.
Yeah, meth. I didn't know that.
Actually, I saw something. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope I don't get in trouble. There was a tribe in Africa where they had really beautiful white teeth, like movie star teeth. It was common to the whole tribe, and it turns out that the local water supply was full of fluoride. So that might be something to do with things too. Yeah, I think it fights cavities, but I don't know. Not here so far.
Fluoride itself is a poison, correct?
Well, fluorine is a it's a halogen. It's called. It's like chlorine and I don't know. It's very reactive.
Chlorine and ammonia makes that poison.
It's actually one of the most reactive elements there are. Fluorine. It's very bad, very nasty. It's
how they keep us down.
What's that?
That's how the government keeps us down. It keeps us docile. Put the fluoride in the water.
There could be something to that. I don't know.
I mean, everybody's teeth's still falling out. There's people still spend more money.
But if you look at our prison population, you would say that's not working. We got a lot of people locked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, it calcifies your pineal gland. Jay Stoner, we got some things to talk about, Jay. We really do. We've got some things to speak about.
I don't know about that. It doesn't seem right with all the stuff that we add to the water. Like I was saying about the ring on the dog bowl. Man, could you just imagine the ring that's inside of our stomach that is just plastered with all those chemicals?
Actually, I
don't even give my dog tap water, man. I give them bottled water.
Yeah, we filter our water here, but it still ain't the greatest. Like I said, often our water comes out different colors, like gold, yellow, red.
That's rusty pipes there.
I feel the need to correct Jay Stoner here.
I'm at the end of the pipeline or the water line.
Technically speaking, Mr. Stoner, the only thing that could calcify your pineal gland would be calcium.
Ooh.
Gotta just have.
Damn it!
I gotta get that out there. Look at this here. Thank you, Pucker. I've been running your nutrients and having incredible results. I think it's the way people use your nutrients.
Absolutely.
That's it.
There's many ways. There's many different ways to use it. Yeah.
I just had my. Thank you, Pucker Up. I appreciate that.
Too, man, that was awesome, Blue Dream. I loved it. Went quick though. Everybody loved it.
Did you like that taste?
Yeah. I luckily got 5 seeds out of that plant, so I get to regrow it.
Where'd the father come from?
I don't know.
Self it?
I let it go 8 weeks. I found a few seeds.
If you have some of those selfed Blue Dream seeds, those are special. because those will be females,
Yeah, I
Correct.
hope so. We'll see.
and they should be very similar.
Unless
Oh, yeah.
unless you had another plant in there that hermed and dropped a little pollen, so you might.
I was a clean run. I didn't do any pollen run that run, so it was all just straight, plants.
Interesting.
So we'll see.
Maybe I could get one of those. How many you said you got? 6?
I got 5.
Oh, I might take one. I never thought about aerating it, but I don't. I just water's not water, man. No, sir. No, sir. Depends. It's very regional. What minerals it decides to grab.
I don't know what minerals that we would have in our water here, because these mountains. I don't know if you've seen it a minute ago. I was kind of showing you we're at the foothills of these mountains. I know you're on a mountain, Pat, but
I'm about sea level, my friend.
Well, you got the redwoods and all. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, we've got granite out here.
I think I'm 23 feet above sea level where I live. But yeah, you don't have mountains. Please don't call those mountains in Oklahoma.
Oh no, they call them mountains out here. These are hills back in Ohio.
No, we got some pretty good. Pretty good mountains out here. I think. Hey, David Vargas.
I got to drive through, but it was raining a lot. I didn't get to see it all. It was pretty though.
You said you've been getting rain?
I bought a car. I bought a car in Cave Junction, Oregon. I bought it so cheap, and it was actually one of my dream cars, man. I know it sounds crazy, but
That's right, Parker.
it was almost. I got it so cheap. I flew there, bought it, put gas in it, and drove it back down through California. Man, I hit Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. I bought weed at all of them. Oklahoma's crushing it. That's all I got to say about it. Oklahoma's crushing it.
Yeah, you were a little salty last week. Were you drinking? I'm glad that Blue Dream is going well. I'm really glad because I didn't want to oversell it. But what's beautiful about it, if you work with it, it's like it clones. Like I said, it clones so easy. Everything about it's like it's.
I just wish mine would have got a little bigger. I only got 9 ounces off of that plant. I was hoping to at least get 12 to 14. But, what are you going to do?
That's a lot.
She was a nice little bush, man. It smelled so good. And I still have some, popcorn buds and some shake, maybe 1.5 ounces of that. And you open that jar and you just smell it, the whole room. It's like, oh, yeah.
To me, it was like a sweet, a little blueberry, like Smarties, a little bit like a Smartie, those little round discs.
Yeah, it has that candy smell, right?
Something about it was like that, but it was a little chalky too going on. I don't know, but I like Blue Dream a lot.
I like it, and I thought it was more, going to be a more sativa plant. I didn't know Blue Dream was like, mellow like that. So that was cool.
Billy, good question. I got a question. I'm going to answer this question. Ocean, interesting. Actually, how I use Ocean Bounty is I just amend the soil with it, and that's it. Done. It's good for about 2 years. Believe it or not, Billy Butts.
Reuse.
Reuse the soil, and it's still good.
Reusing the soil, it just gets better over time. That's I add a new bag of soil maybe every other grow, and just kind of give it a new, 1 bag of fresh soil in my mix. But I just keep re-amending and letting it cook for.
Some people will top dress it when it goes to flower for the stretch. Some people, I hear that's common, especially outdoors. But there's no. I make it easy, Billy Buds. That's the whole deal. Set it and forget it, and then use some tea once in a while to help break stuff down. I don't know. Use tea every 3-4 waterings, and you're golden, man.
I learned a cool trick. I use the Ocean Bounties to rejuvenate my used soil. That I'll use the Happy Endings tea, the compost tea, to kind of water it in my 27-gallon totes. Put the lid on them, let them, sit in my garage for, 30, 60 days, 90 days. It just gets better over time. But yeah, I'm like Buds. Every now and then you got to add a little more soil because them roots, The plants somehow eat the damn dirt or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird.
they eat the soil, exactly.
Yeah. But that's a game changer. Watering it in with that compost tea is it really opens up the microbial life.
That's a good idea, Okie. I never thought of that because I always just mix it up and then I just pour in my regular water in there and close the lid. But I'm gonna have to try that. I'll make a batch of tea and water it with that instead of the water. Good
That's what
idea.
That's what I always cook my soil with tea.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought we talked about.
Oh, really?
I thought we talked about this before. Even with
We
like
did.
subcool, he would mix the super soil and then inoculate it with the compost tea, and then let it sit for 4 weeks, 6
Yeah.
weeks.
5 weeks, a month, basically.
No,
I'm gonna
I used
do
to do it in plastic trash cans, and when you open up a lid, and you kind of want, it freaks you out at first, but you want to see a thick layer of mycelium over the top. It's like, or mushrooms even. It's like, yeah, that's what you
Yeah,
want.
I've gotten the little tiny mushrooms popping up here and there.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
I've got
you
them. I got them in every pot. Every pot. Yep.
Is that the blue? Is that the blue dream? You got 2.5 pounds off a single plant. I don't know if that's blue green. Always be C mulching.
Right?
I think that's a reference to Glenn Glary again, Ross.
3x3, so that's cool. 4x4. I might move up to a 4x4. I got enough light to handle a 4x4. So
Yeah, well water differs by just city blocks here in this town. I mean, I don't know how the aquifers work around here, but they're different. Just a couple miles away, they're real different. Yes. Well, good. Actually, a decent show. Thank you guys for coming. It's been an hour. Is there anything else? You're going to go get your goats next weekend, Cass? How many goats?
next Saturday.
100?
It depends. I went last weekend before last, and the goats that I'm looking for were going for 30 cents a pound, and the meat market price right now is like $4.50. So if I come across some more 30-cent a pound goats, I may come home with 100 or two. I don't know, but I've got
Flip into the meat market.
yeah.
Is that? Oh, I get it now. Okay, cool.
So kind of my kind of get up on this is I want to get them when they're still really small. So the best price for goats are 40 to 60 pounds. So if I can get them at 30, 40 pounds, feed them out here for 2 or 3 weeks, make the appointment for the meat packing place, put a little bit of weight on them, and I just have to have them here for a couple of weeks, and that's not too bad at all.
That'll be a good hustle then. That's a good idea.
I know you could double that hustle, because I think in California, actually goats are a real ecologically friendly way to clean up weeds and lots and in poison oak.
So they use them at the airport out here to clean the grass way out in the field.
So what you do is you get all that portable fencing. You just go, you get them from there. You take them to a fence, let them eat for a couple weeks. You get paid for that. Then you take them.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
That's a great idea.
You're making money instead of spending money on feeding them.
I've got my neighbor up here. They got some property in town. They're like, man, our property's overrun. Can we rent your goats? I'm like, well, what, you got a fence? Let's go check this out. Maybe I'll bring them down for a day and bring them back at night. Maybe do that a couple times. But yeah, it's definitely. I see it even advertised on Facebook and Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
No, you get these rubberized plastic fences that are portable as hell, and you just set up. You just move them around.
Yeah, I'm getting some for out.
All night. I don't think even.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting some for out here. They're called Premier One. It's called Premier One Fencing, and it has a solar panel and it has a solar panel, but you need a car battery, and it charges the battery. But the electric fence, the wire mesh runs off of that system. But yeah, it could be. you know, like I said, I seen it on Facebook Marketplace, like $300 for a month to rent goats. I mean, that's
No,
pretty
they're
cool.
feeding them, and they're getting fed. Yeah.
Right, but you run the
Well, I know
risk.
it.
This is
Then you
This
can
is
turn
what I
around and
told-
sell them. Now you got a third thing. You sell them as organic, free range
Worm
goats.
casters.
right.
Yeah, but
Bam.
What-
They get $20. They get $20 a night for them in Arkansas.
and I can water them in with Green Bicycles tea. How about that?
There we go. Well,
I tell you what, all my the sediments and stuff in the bottom of my brews, guess what? They go out here in my compost pile, and after it breaks down, I put it out here in where these goats are going to be going. This next rain that we're supposed to be getting, which we haven't seen hardly any rain at all this year, but I'm gonna throw some seed out there, throw all that compost on there that's been inoculated with the tea and all the remnants from the ocean bounty. I can't wait to see this front yard just explode in green growth.
I can't wait myself. Well, anything else? Any other questions? Got some good questions tonight.
in the front yard. I haven't thought about this shit. I'm learning stuff. Woo!
Who's learning stuff?
I am.
Good.
I'm
Good.
always learning.
I'm always learning too. And I learn I learn the hard way. Turns out.
Oh, me too. I'm stubborn like that.
You're going to learn it the hard way, aren't you? Yes, sir. I learned it the hard way. Anyways, anything else, or let's just wrap this bad. Okay, it's on my board. I know the board, and it just got put on the board today, so I'll start seeing it, and I'll make you up some samples. You'll probably get more tea samples than ocean bounty samples.
I mean, we can all say goodbye, and then you could talk to Oki in private on the panel after we close it down and we leave. That's how StreamYards work. You know, to do a little private chat with Oki if you wanted to. But I'm just saying. All right,
not unless he's willing to get naked, because once this goes off air, the clothes come off. You know that,
Man, hey,
but you know all about that.
we got to be on my Okie. We got to be on my Okie fans page if we're gonna do that.
There you go.
Well, don't worry about it. No, sir, that was earlier today, and I didn't. But it's good night. Thank you for asking, Billy Buds. Peace. I'll probably be back next week. I don't know.
I'll have a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day, folks.
Take care.
Be safe, everyone.
Bye.
Much love, y'all.
It's kickoff of summer. Let's start our summer, right? Today's the day. Good night.